Well, this is where we are going to stand very apart from the other two parties, because they agreed in 2019 to stand together and add over $6 billion in government subsidies to the fracking and LNG industry in this province. Not because it's an industry that, like small businesses, brings value, employs people. It is an industry that needs to be propped up by taxpayer dollars in order to survive. And it will also be, when LNG Canada comes forward, Canada's largest point source of emissions in the times that we're in, when we need to be moving away from a fossil fuel industry, we need to be moving away from the destructive practice of fracking in British Columbia, and we need to be leaning into renewable energy in every region of this province, which would support sustainable, family-supporting jobs in every community in BC.
Seconds.
Let's be clear, Clean BC was a BC Green initiative, and the NDP have acknowledged that with LNG Canada, we can only reach 75% of the targets of Clean BC. The only way that we actually reach the full targets is to stop subsidizing fracking and LNG. That's why your candidate for the NDP won't talk about this, but that is the giant hole in our climate plan in this province right now, and it will not be remedied as long as governments continue to subsidize the oil and gas industry.
Thank you very much. Number 16, will your government commit to working with First Nations, communities, the province of Alberta, and the federal government to act in support of sustainable and responsible development of energy resources and infrastructure projects such as Trans Mountain? And how will your party do this? Ms. Furstenau, we start with you.
So once again, Trans Mountain is an example of a heavily government subsidized, taxpayer subsidized project. The federal government actually had to buy the pipeline because the company recognized that it wasn't economically feasible. We do need to work with First Nations and other provinces on ensuring that we are building energy projects, renewable energy, clean energy in every part of this province. We have incredible geothermal potential in BC, both in the northeast and the northwest. We have examples of wind in parts of BC already, Tumbler Ridge. We have solar potential, and we've seen First Nations like the Souk First Nation take leadership on developing clean energy projects. We've seen Kimberley as a town take leadership on developing clean energy projects. What we need is a provincial government that will support that energy future for this province, and it's only the BC Greens that recognize that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Back to Clean BC. Let me name the people that worked on that plan. Claire Hume, Evan Pivnik, staff in our office. This was a party-to-party plan between the NDP and the Greens. It was not one person. And the NDP, Rob Douglas won't talk about LNG. He won't take responsibility. He wants to take credit for work of another party, but he won't take responsibility for his party subsidizing LNG.
Thank you. All right, moving on. The environment and climate change.